The Judgment Infrastructure Podcast, Season 1, Why System Beats Talent, Episode 2, Capability Architecture, How Organizations Turn Knowledge into Systems. Welcome back to the Judgment Infrastructure Podcast. In the previous episode, we examined the talent myth. Many organizations believe their biggest constraint is a shortage of skilled people. But when we study the world's most effective company, a different pattern emerges. The constraint is rarely talent. The constraint is infrastructure. Today, we go one level deeper. If infrastructure drives performance, then a critical question appears. How do organizations convert human knowledge into durable systems? The answers lie in something we call capability architecture. Capability architecture is the structural process through which organizations transform experience, skills, decisions, and expertise into repeatable systems that scale. This is how organizations move from human dependency to institutional capability. Part 1. The 2080 Rules of Capability. The 2080 Rule reveals something surprising about organizational performance. In most companies, 20% of the organizational knowledge drives 80% of results. But that knowledge often lives in only a few places. Senior employees, experienced technicians, veteran managers, institutional memory. When those individuals leave, the organization loses capability. There is not a talent problem. There is an architecture problem. The most successful organizations design systems that capture that critical 20%. Let us examine how this works. Example 1. Toyota knowledge capture. At Toyota, every production process is documented as standardized work. When a worker discovers a better method, the improvement does not remain personal knowledge. It becomes part of the systems. The knowledge moves from individual skill to organizational capability. That transformation is the essence of capability architecture. Example 2. Amazon's operational playbooks. Amazon warehouse operate using highly detailed operational playbooks. Every process includes step-by-step procedure, time expectations, system alerts, exceptions handling protocol. The system ensures that knowledge is embedded into the workflow. Workers do not need to memorize everything. The system guides them. Example 3. McDonald's replication engine. McDonald's restaurant function through what might be the most famous capabilities architecture in business. Every aspect of operation is engineered. Kitchen layout, cooking sequences, training modules, customer flow design. This architecture allows thousands of locations to deliver a similar experience. The organization does not scale by hiring chefs. It scales by designing capability systems. Part 2. What is capability architecture? Capability architecture is the invisible operating system of an organization. It consists of 5 key components. First, process infrastructure. Clearly defined workflows, step-by-step procedure that transform input into outputs. Without defined processes, organizations rely on improvisations. Second, knowledge infrastructure, the capture and the storage of institutional knowledge. Examples include manuals, digital knowledge bases, training platforms, operational playbooks. Third, decision infrastructure. Decision infrastructure that guides employees. Examples include escalation rules, approval threshold, risk protocol, response procedure. Fourth, information infrastructure. Real-time access to the relevant data. Examples include dashboard, monitoring system, reporting tools, feedback loops. Fifth, training infrastructure. Systems that convert new employees into capable operators. Examples include structured onboarding, simulation training, certification program. With these five infrastructure function together, capability becomes repeatable. The organization becomes scalable. Part 3. The 5 whys of capability failure. If capability architecture is so powerful, why do so many organizations fail to build it? We can apply the 5 whys again. Why 1? Why do organizations struggle with capability consistency? Because performance depends heavily on experienced individuals. When experts are absent, performance declines. Why 2? Why do performance depend on individuals? Because critical knowledge has not been fully documented. Employees rely on memory instead of systems. Why 3? Why is knowledge not documented? Because documentation requires time and discipline. Many organizations prioritize immediate execution over knowledge capture. Why 4? Why is knowledge capture deprioritized? Because leaders underestimate the long-term value of institutional memory. They assume experienced employees will remain, but in modern labor market, mobility is constant. Why 5? Why do leaders underestimate capability architecture? Because the impact of systems is gradual and invisible. When systems work well, they are rarely noticed, but when they fail, organizations experience sudden operational breakdowns. Part 4. Capability architecture in the age of AI. Artificial intelligence will accelerate the importance of capability architecture. AI systems thrive on structured knowledge. They require defined workflow, labeled data, repeatable process. Organizations that already possess strong capability architecture will adopt AI faster. Why? Because their knowledge is already structured. In contrast, companies that depend on undocumented expertise will struggle to integrate AI systems. In the future, the most valuable organizations will not simply employ intelligent people, they will operate intelligent infrastructure. Closing reflection. Let us summarize today's core insight. Organizations do not scale by accumulating talent. They scale by converting knowledge into systems. The 20% of knowledge that drive 80% of outcome must be captured and structured. That is the capability architecture. When organizations fail to build that these architecture, they remain dependent on individuals. But when knowledge becomes infrastructure, capability becomes durable. And durable capability is what transforms companies into institutions. Next week, on the Judgment Infrastructure podcast, episode 3, the replication machine, how great companies scale without losing quality. We will examine how organizations design systems that allow them to expand globally while maintaining consistency. Because the true power of infrastructure is not just performance, it is replications. Until next time, remember, people create knowledge, but systems preserve it.